What is a dirty little secret about an industry that you have worked in, that people outside the industry really should know? I worked in the moving and storage industry, and if you ever pay movers to pack and move your family, demand an itemized bill and proof of service. These people are out here raking people over the coals, inflating box counts, charging for services not performed, etc. It's not as bad if it's COD, but if it's a corporate move for your job? Demand IT. You might not be paying for it out of pocket, but it's still showing on your income as taxable wages. If you're ever buying bulk gravel/sand/crushed stone from a local pit/quarry that has scales to weigh the amount of product you're getting fucked because you're paying for water. Most of these pits/quarries spray the living fuck out of their stockpiles before/during operation to make the material heavier in the truck. Never buy by the ton, always buy aggregate by the cubic yard. It's a measure of volume, not weight. The roses you buy at Valentine's Day were harvested around Christmas. It's the worst time of the year to buy roses, and I don't mean because they're more expensive. They're also the worst quality because it's a longer holding time between harvest and use than any other time of the year. Never ever send flowers through an order processing service. Look at the location you're in or sending to and talk to a florist in that area directly. Don't pick a picture off some external website. Ask the florist what they have and can make that fits your budget. If you're worried, ask them to text you a pic of the completed design. There is a lot of money spent every year that decides where specific items are placed on grocery store shelves. If you're at a grocery store that's part of a chain, and you look at a shelf and there's an item that's approximately at eye level, I guarantee you that the company that makes that item paid a lot of money to put them there. There's lots of weird psychological tricks that go on in terms of how stores are laid out. I used to work as a secretary at a roofing company, a common practice of scumbag roofing companies, in regards to rubber row home roofs. If your neighbor calls a scumbag roofing company and they fix their roof, and then not long after you or another neighbor's house starts leaking, there's a terrible possibility that the scumbag company went out and knifed a hole in your roof. They do this because your neighbor may recommend their company to you as their roof is no longer leaking. Scummy move. The Defense Department literally just spends money to spend it without any actual purpose, just so they can say it was spent so they don't receive less next year. In my building with 10 men, the men's restroom was gutted and remodeled 3 times in 3 years. Worked in a distribution center for a major U.S. clothing retailer. We took in a lot of clothing returns, and to cut our costs we almost stopped inspecting the clothing altogether. If the plastic packaging isn't manufacturer labeled plus sealed and is a generic plastic sealed bag, there is a good chance someone else wore that before and it was not cleaned. If you order clothing online, please give your clothing a double check and wash them before you wear them. IT certification companies that sell courses to get you into a well-paid IT job by learning while you still do your day job are selling you a hollow dream. I did sales. Not a single person or my team suckered into buying an expensive set of courses got a job in IT, anywhere, ever. Well, the most. The company did get a single student into a job, but it was with us. In the end, after giving phone-ins marks the sales script I just used to say to them, now ask me how many people we've found jobs for. I got sacked when management listened to tapes of my phone calls. It was the only favor they ever did me. Most people just didn't finish the courses because they were too tired after work, but the company knew this and still sold them.